Damn it.
Your phone sucks.
And welcome back, everybody. We are playing some more Scum and Villainy Star Wars Edition. Unfortunately, we are a player down today because, family obligations and the holidays coming up and everything like that. So we are going to go ahead and continue on since we've missed like 3 weeks in a row here. So, all right. So would anybody like to do our recap here, or I can, whichever.
You know what? I'll give one of my trademark well-rounded recaps.
Last time.
Last time on our Scum and Villainy session, we made great decisions. We decided to dose up our target with a drug that induced a form of amnesia, in an attempt to make our droid engineer useless to both the Black Sun and the Hutts after we discovered they were working on repairing an HK droid.
Which we also procured.
I mean, it's an upgrade for R3, so... now we are trying to meet up with our Black Sun contact after some of us were shot.
Several times.
Some
And
of
electrocuted.
some of us were seen escaping.
Although to my credit, I was not seen.
And some of us have entirely new issues unfolding with some strange white-masked individuals kidnapping old men or something.
Yeah.
As I'm sure we can all foresee, none of these things will have consequences.
Consequences? What are those?
Is that some sort of like beverage?
No. I think storytellers who are cowards have those.
Oh, okay.
Good one.
I know writers who use subtext, and they're all cowards.
Anyway, so that's all nice and neat. So thank you for that. Where we left off, you guys had just jumped out of hyperspace.
And Caleb's about to die.
Well, Caleb passed out.
Mm-hmm. My
And
character is unconscious.
yes. And it was rough. But beyond that, you're in the system that you need to be in, which I will restate. You're in the Loraz system. You have Gendili. And from there, I will say, Ryzen, you hear a suspicious thud from the cockpit or bridge, whatever you want to call it there.
All right, I go check it out.
As you walk in, there is a very exhausted and kind of broken Vruka there, laying on the floor. And the ship is just kind of drifting at this point.
Doctor rolled in.
Do what?
Doctor rolled in.
Yes, please.
Risky, controlled, or desperate.
It's risky. You could do worse to hurt him. Yeah.
Okay, so risky it is.
Yep. Standard effect.
Any bonus dice?
Are you spending any?
Just asking if I had anything to spend.
Do you have any stress that you can expend?
He does.
Is it 1 or 2 on that mic?
To push
Two.
yourself, it's 2.
Oh my god, I don't have the stress to spare.
Yeah, don't do it then.
Uh,
And I don't have any doctor, so I can't assist.
oh,
I just rolled a
hey,
6, so
Nate, congratulations. I'm gonna go ahead and reread this out for everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. That's every time you roll a desperate action. Oh yeah, you guys have an additional gambit which I need to put on
Nice.
our ship.
Good fucking roll.
thank you, man. Thank you.
Where is our gambits?
Wait until we're a couple levels in and we're like generating 3 gambit for every risky action.
I know I saw it here. Why am I missing it now? I literally have no idea where the gambits went. Anyway, since we're still technically on a job, your gambits do not reset, but we do now have a gambit of 1.
I added it to the ship. It's under engines.
Oh, is it? Where is
Yeah.
it? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, there we go. It's not the ship, it's the void jumper. So.
Guys, we can pawn the shitty one off. We know that, right?
Yep.
Well, you can if you go back to Nalhutta. Because that's where it was.
Yeah, we got some stuff we got to get from that one in anyways, so we still got to get T3 out of it too.
R3.
Or R3.
All right.
So, am I conscious?
Yes. So some smelling salts, some pain reliever, a brief dose of adrenaline, and you're awake.
But I am in a bad way.
Yes, you are still very much in a bad way.
Hi, welcome back to the world of the living. Is now a bad time to mention I'm the only survivor of my last job?
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else have anything to contribute to that?
What? How long was I out?
Couple minutes at most. We've been drifting. Luckily, we don't seem to have been picked up by anything.
I check my my communications on the bridge, see if there's any messages that came in.
Nothing yet. You're close, but you're not like close enough to really get into hailing distance on for the planet that you're heading towards.
Okay.
Just make this all nice and neat here so I can see everybody's sheets. You know, I get this ultra wide monitor and then I don't even use it for what I should be. So, let's fix that, shall we? I'll just throw that up there.
Oh man, I've got this awesome ultra wide, like 4K, 120 hertz monitor, and I use it exclusively to look at tiny, minimized versions of everything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm sitting here and I'm putting all the sheets on my 27-inch, and I'm like, I've got a 34-inch. What the hell am I doing?
So is that med kit is it useless now?
You can refresh it. That's not an issue. It's just on your whenever you're going into a job, that's when you have to worry about it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I need to get a load of level up in Doctor. I got a feeling I'm be using it a lot, unless I get the force healing.
Well, you guys do have the options for
We could also
leveling
get a
stuff
med
up.
bay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can teach our broken HK unit to like patch people up, right?
Yes.
Like you just got to use like dog biscuits or whatever.
Dog biscuits. Perfect.
Or, RAM chip.
Okay.
So am I good enough to get us to the contact?
Oh, absolutely. You're good for several hours. You
Okay.
do need
When
to
those
actually.
painkillers wear off, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in a lot of pain. But yeah,
Well, then in the meantime, I am ticking off one of my other things of load that I still have. It doesn't actually count against my load, and I hand a cigar to the other two. Smoke them if you got them, boys.
And Jarvus will light up.
Yay, death sticks.
No, this one's actually a plant. It's not
Oh.
spice.
Oh, okay.
You filthy degenerate.
Okay, all right.
I'll have you know, out in hut territories, we only deal in reputable drugs, okay?
Whatever you say.
Whatever works.
All right, so you're coming in and you find your moon that you are supposed to drop this guy off at, and about like 5 minutes before you enter the atmosphere, there's an encrypted channel hailing you. Who goes there?
Shade. I've got the package.
Yes. Come on down. Bay 2B.
Now,
On my way.
for as far as you remember, 2B immediate is usually people who they are going to either execute or imprison.
Well, so be it. It's an unfortunate, but comes with the business. All right, I get on the comms. All right, get the package ready for transport.
You're telling that to your team here?
Yeah.
Jarvus will go back and get to work on Gendeli.
Cheese, Madeline? You eating cheese?
Okay. So
Should just be there in a few minutes.
Gendeli, got some good news and some bad news.
What's the good?
The good news is we've got a safe house for you to stay in while we manage to get your family out safely.
Oh, thank you so much.
The bad news is that I can't protect you while we're there because we've picked up a tail. So we're going to drop you off and attempt to shake this tail.
Okay.
Shouldn't be anything to worry about. We've got a couple guys there, but just to give you the full disclosure.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Right, thanks for being so cooperative with this.
Well, I mean, it could be worse, right?
It definitely could.
And I stumble in. Yeah, it can always be worse.
No.
Oh goodness.
Some
Yeah.
of us got shot while getting your people out.
Well, I appreciate you, and I'll do whatever I can to make it, you know I'll repay however I can.
Don't worry about it, Pops. You'll be in good hands from here.
Shade, how much
Okay.
time we got before docking?
I mean, you're about 10 minutes out.
I make my way back up to the bridge.
Okay. And we can go ahead and speed this along if you guys like, and you guys come in and you land easily.
All right.
You are greeted on the platform by what looks to be a Trandoshan, a Gamorrean, which is a little weird because most Gamorreans are huts, since they conquered that species. And it looks like a Twi'lek of some type, but this guy is massive. He is easily 400 pounds. He's dressed in like
muscular
Ravager
or
kind
fat?
of leathers. Yeah, massively fat.
Okay. So he's a very decadent Twi'lek.
Yes. Very, very much so.
That should be easy to deal with then.
He is not somebody that you are familiar with, though, in the organization.
Who the hell are you?
I'm here to collect. There is a passenger that is meaning to be dropped off, and I believe you have them.
Yeah, I was supposed to meet a certain contact here, but I don't recognize you. I put my hand on my holster. So why don't you tell me who you are before I take off with my package?
Lutobova.
Does the name ring any bells with me?
I won't mess in it.
No. They apparently, that you have heard of.
Should I do it like a study roll for that?
Yeah, sure. Let's do a study roll since we haven't really rolled a whole lot yet. We can always ruin some things, ruin some days here.
It's a controlled position or risky?
Yes, very much controlled position.
Okay. Standard effect.
Yep. Okay, so the information that you kind of heard through the grapevine is that ever since like early on in the Clone Wars, Ryloth had been completely devastated from wars that were coming into their area from the Clone Wars, the Separatists, and then civil war after civil war has been just eating away at Ryloth. As one of the more renowned rebels, Chas has made a huge inroad with rebels within that area, trying to get the Empire out, trying to get the Republic out, trying to keep the Trade Federation out. Every time that Ryloth had, just gotten their stuff together, it seems like somebody else comes in and they're like, no, this is mine. This happens to be somebody who is related, or who has been at least rumored to have taken a larger role in a more proper military placement as far as
I
Ryloth
see.
goes.
So he's almost like an attaché for Ryloth and its military.
Yes.
Okay. Take my hand off my holster. So why is an attaché of Ryloth interested in this package?
We'll
I thought you
see.
guys were in the middle of a. Aren't you guys in the middle of a civil war right now? Or another one?
Exactly. Wouldn't it be so much easier to end that early on and have a free Ryloth?
Oh, that's what you guys are always fighting for, but someone seems to always step in right after you and says, "Oh no, it's mine, isn't it?" Whatever.
Something
It's
like that.
politics. It's not my deal. You here to collect, right?
Oh, yes. And,
You have the payment?
yes. He grabs a little handheld comm link and he just clicks it. He doesn't say anything into it, just clicks it. As you see a speeder come rolling down the ramp here, as you see another Twi'leki, but this guy is like fully decked out in your atypical like plastisteel breastplate. He has got like
He's a
pauldrons. He looks like a mercenary bounty hunter, some kind of natural scum that kills for money.
Well, we know you can make an entrance, but where's the payment?
He kind of looks over at the merc, and as he kind of looks over at him, the merc gets out. He reaches into the back and pulls out a small box. It looks like a code cylinder for everybody's knowledge here. He takes out his own personal code cylinder, puts it in, twists it in there, and after a moment, it like pops, and he kind of walks over to you, and as you look into this like cylinder here, because it's like a mini safe to give you an idea,
Okay.
you see cred sticks just like dumped down in the bottom there.
All right. I go on my comms. All right, bring them out.
I guess I'm bringing them on out then.
Yeah, you're the only one here who doesn't have a reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather not it be more known than it currently is that I'm backstabbing my previous employer for profit.
All right, so yeah, bring him on out. Is he
Okay.
cuffed or what?
It's whatever you guys did.
Yeah, did
You would
guys
be
cuff him?
cuffed.
I'm not HR.
You would have been cuffed for his own safety.
Okay, so yeah, he's cuffed. I'm bringing him out. I'm holding the cuffs and kind of like they're behind his back, and I'm kind of like pushing him out. I got my blaster at my side.
He did not like that, just so you know.
Jarvus is like casually smoking, like, I just made a man a grave in a shallow ditch.
Oh, but yeah, so you did end up bringing him out. The merc kind of looks at you and is still holding the cylinder, and then he looks down and then speaks, unless you specifically are wanting to say that you know Twi'leki.
Say I know it because I'm a Jedi, so I've had to speak with them. So I'll say I know it.
Okay.
If
Well,
that's okay with you.
he looks at Vruka, and he's like, "Are you gonna give me something I could dump this into?"
I pull out a little like a little sack from my jacket, like to hold shit in. Like
Okay.
it was like a, and then I kind of give it to him, like a sack you can put over somebody's head so they can't see what they're doing, like one of those type sacks. So I
A
Fair.
give
blackout
it to him.
hood.
Yeah,
Fair enough. So he like puts it over the lip of it and then dumps the cred into it, and cinches it closed and hands it to Vruka. He then takes
Take
takes Gindili and like throws
walk
him
backward.
into the back. He does not do this gently. What was that?
I walk backwards because I don't trust this guy. He might try to shoot me in the back, so I'm walking backwards until I know that he's like either the package is secured and they're leaving, or until I'm back on my ship, because I do
Okay.
not trust this guy.
That's fair. So yeah, he ungently throws the dude in the back and gets back into the speeder, and a lot faster than he showed up, he leaves. Like, he speeds off in this.
I can show off.
It was a pleasure.
Mike. Hey, I'm checking the cred, see if there's anything beeping inside.
There's not anything beeping inside. But you also do still have the fat Twi'leki here, as well as the two bodyguards.
All right.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure. If you need any other jobs done, you know how to get in touch with my contacts.
Oh, I'm sure we can figure something out for some more interesting jobs.
I stop. What do you mean by that?
Well, you did such a wonderful job seeking my engineer that I'm sure I might have a few more jobs coming your way very shortly.
I look at the gentleman, I'm like, much obliged, and I get back on the ship.
I nod to him and I get back onto my ship.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything to get out, or do I need to
No.
be on the lookout for anything?
No. As soon
Okay.
as you guys get up and get onto your ship, it looks like another much more luxury speeder comes by, and it even has like a little ramp for him to walk up and get into a very nice seat. This guy is toting about extreme cred.
Good
Which
to be
is
the
funny
king, I
because
guess.
you guys haven't heard of him before.
So let's check the cred, see exactly how much we got.
Okay.
Good question.
Take out
What do
the
you think the
spectral.
odds are that guy sold out his fellow planetary home people for the sake
Oh,
of profit?
100%. Oh, 100%.
Okay, just making sure we're all on that same page.
Yeah, I was thinking the
100%.
same thing. He seemed like a slimy hut to me, anyways.
Here's the thing, like, I don't know the
Well,
guy's
he
fucking
wasn't
name,
a
but
hut.
I've never seen him. And I know a lot of people who move with a lot of money.
Yeah, I've never seen it before either, and that worries me.
So, Ryzen digs through the
the bag here, and as you pull it out, it is not the amount that you were guaranteed.
How much is it?
It was the amount that you were guaranteed.
What?
Well, you delivered the package, so you got paid what you were owed.
Dude.
4 cred has been added to your ship.
Does anyone else want to go kindly complain to the manager?
Yeah, how?
You're currently shut up, but I'm not against stabbing someone multiple times for profit.
Dang ferret.
Mike,
Yes.
as the guy's going away, I'm gonna burn 2 stress. I'm gonna force crush this fucking engine.
Okay. Well, I will
Wait,
mark your
whose engine?
stress. I will mark your stress. Please roll it, or if you need somebody to roll, just let me know.
Oh fuck, we're about to make this fat man eat shit.
Minute.
And can I spend that gambit?
If you spin the gambit,
That is okay.
you could technically ignore your stress and then stress to get additional dice, or you could do it the opposite way. You know, whatever.
Shit. I'll do it. I'll do the stress. Go spin it for me.
Okay,
Risky,
I've-
controller, desperate.
What the?
Well, this is
Entered into a risky situation.
yes, this is definitely a
what the hell just
risky.
happened?
It is a risky
Alright, so
situation, and you are definitely going to expect a standard effect.
Bonus dice.
If you're
No,
spending
was
the
it 1 or 2?
gambit, you absolutely can.
Okay, we'll do that. So it's 2 bonus dice or 1.
It is 1 bonus die. You do have a 6.
Nice. 3, 4, and 6. Hell yeah.
So, as the pleasure, the pleasure barge that he is leading away on begins to sputter and then falls like 4 feet down onto the ground. He gets thrown out of the chair that he's sitting in, which is very lavish, of course. And then most of his crew kind of gets thrown about. It looks like you may have actually injured one of them, but nothing to the point where, they died. It's just cuts and bruises.
I smack Ryzen upside the head. Are you trying to get us killed?
No, but now that you guys know what I can do, let's keep our mouths shut, shall we?
I don't even know what you can do. All of this is just getting too weird.
You stuck your hand out and that engine exploded. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Let's just say I reached out with the force, no questions asked. So
Yeah, you
let's
keep
end that
saying this,
conversation
like
there.
this force thing. Whatever, just don't do that
Hey,
shit.
I pull out my jet. I pull out my lightsaber and I ignite it while we're on the ship.
Oh
Does that
God!
answer your question?
Oh fuck!
I draw my pistol.
And
I draw my
deactivate it, put it
pistol.
back in my pocket. So I deactivate it. I put it back in my pocket. So does that answer questions?
What the
Yes, it
fuck?
does. You're worth a lot of fucking money.
So that's how I escaped the blast hole when you were going up with our guy we just handed off. Those soldiers were coming in. I force crushed their weapons. Then I got the hell out of Dodge. Yes, my master, who was on the ship that got kidnapped, is my master. He's also a Jedi. And R3 is, well,
R3
he's
is
the
an
mechanic, truly, not mine.
he's
But
an
he knows a lot of shit.
he's an Explorer Corp droid.
Yep.
Jesus,
So-
what?
R3 is demanding to speak to the manager right now. He's like, "Do you have any idea who I am?"
R3 isn't doing
Oh, man.
much because he's got a restraining bolt back on Nalhutta.
So yeah, we need to take a trip to Mandalore. I need to pick up some stuff from home,
No,
and then we
first
can
we
get
need
this
to
little
get.
party started.
First, I need to get patched up.
Yep, that's gonna be on the way. So, and we all just
Oh,
need to get some
no,
gear, and
that's
I
gonna
guess
be
we're
right
all
now
stuck with each
because
other now.
now that's gonna be right now because I need to be able to get patched up, and I'm your best bet of being a pilot. I don't even
We
know
got.
what the fuck is going on right now, or why the hell that you're.
Hey, we still got those data pads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. Just
All right.
focus on that. Focus on that. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna get us some extra cred.
That's why we took those things anyway, just in case we did get fucked.
All right. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot for a quick hollow.
Okay.
And I'll get in
Well,
touch with Meridia to see if there's like some sort of sawbones I can get patched up.
okay. Well, based on where you're at, there is a proper planet, proper spaceport, and it's in the same system. So
But
you can definitely go there. They're not at Meridia says they're not as familiar with this guy, but hasn't heard anything bad about it.
it's good enough for me. I set course to the to that port for that system.
Okay. Well, you're in the same system. You're just on one of the many moons outside. So yeah, you guys make like a quick little it's not even a jump, just a quick little run over to the main planet and touch down. This is definitely not like a major planet or anything. There are about 4 spaceports on planet, and all of them have little like sprawling cities, but they are definitely not high. They are all like at most like 3 stories tall kind of thing. Uh,
My
so
contacts gave me information on a doctor that can help me get patched up here. System that not a lot of people are aware of or even visit, so we should be okay for a little bit in terms of laying low. But we're not staying here,
Yeah, I'd rather not stick to one place too long.
obviously. But we need to get patched up here, and we can get any supplies that we need before we jump.
In the meantime, I'm gonna try and squeeze my contact for a little cred in regards to what's on these data pads. I'm not going to sell them the HK unit or any of the information about it. I'd prefer no one find out we have that.
So let's make copies of what's on the data pads before we actually sell them.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Also, that means if we find another info broker who doesn't already know it, we can sell it to them.
Exactly.
Exactly.
okay. So you guys go and land. Aura actually says that do you send over the some of the like specs and stuff just to kind of get their appetite whet, or are you just going in blind and hoping that they'll give you some extra?
I am sending over some things to get their appetite wet, a little bit of smooth words, how we're good friends, how I always give them the best information I have, how I don't sell them down the river for their backstabs.
Oh. Well, I know that you tend to use me for some of your best work. I don't really have anything for this right now. So I'll throw you a bone. You send me over all the unclassified, information, no holdbacks. I can send you, let's say, 2 cred. something to get your beak wet and perhaps get you out of wherever it is you're hiding today. Because trust me, I know coming to Nalhutta will not be an option for you for a little while.
Things are a little hot.
You don't say.
You know, for some reason, all of these people that, like, I think work for a moneylender IO, keep spotting me and, like, wanting to get their hands on me for some reason. Can't imagine why.
Oh, no. Taking out loans is such a profitable venture. Couldn't imagine why they would ever want to do that.
I know, it's like some scumbags never pay back what they owe. It's crazy, right?
Oh. Well, will the 2 cred work, or should I just pass on this information today? I mean, I could pass along your information to somebody who might be more interested in it, but it won't get you anything today.
Let's call it as you owe me. I'm gonna defer payment for right now in exchange for 2 things.
Oh, yes?
Alan, your food!
A guarantee on that 2 cred later. And you work your magic and muddy the waters on what happened on Hutta for me.
You know, I think I should be able to handle that. There's probably some good information in here that I just haven't, sussed out yet. So I imagine we could definitely work something out.
Appreciate it.
Ta-ta.
Hangs up the call and immediately gags. God, I hate dealing with her. On all the great gods from all the great galaxies, I hate dealing with that woman.
Yeah, she
That
sounds
bad,
like
huh?
a real peach.
It's not that she's bad, it's just that, like most of us, she has no loyalty. And she wears that on her skin, and I like to at least pretend
she's
that
upfront
I can
about
be
it.
personable.
And at least she's upfront about her disloyalty.
Yeah, there's that. Unfortunately, I'm not getting paid today. I've deferred payment until they have someone more profitable who can purchase it in exchange for trying to cool things down on Hutta for us.
That's going to be a while.
Yeah, I have to send them more than I'd like, but I mean, I consider anything about that HK unit classified, so I'm abiding by the terms.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's technically a need-to-know basis, and they don't need to know shit.
I mean, they'll find out eventually. They're good at their job, but
Yeah, the ones that need to know right now are on this ship already.
yeah. So I'm going to make copies of the information on the data pad, scrub through it, and delete things that link back to that HK unit and its project number.
Okay.
I think that would require a hack.
Either a hack or a study would be your best choices on that.
I have neither of those.
Well, you could still roll. You just have disadvantage. Or you can push yourself.
Like 1.
Or you can push yourself and max out that stress and take a permanent trauma.
I'm good, fam.
Or you could possibly talk to, one of your colleagues here to do this for you. Although you guys haven't seen Debo in a little while.
Hey, where's that little friend of yours? The one that...
I thought
went
he
to
was
the
licking
engine
your
room.
engines.
He was,
Yeah.
yeah, he was tweaking your engine, so he probably passed out in the engine room.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So heads up, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like I know what information to get rid of. I don't know how to do it. So that's problem number one. I've never been great at this technical thing. I'm a lot of talk to people, hope they don't ask questions, and if they do ask questions, fuck.
I'm not really good at the computer stuff myself.
I mean, I can go through information, but I'm not great at it.
Taking a look is better than nothing.
I'm just worried that I might erase something or do some more harm than good, but I can try.
Better you than me.
I say we try to get rid of a little bit of stress. I need to go play some cards and get a little drinking in my system.
I need a little fucking drink. I know that.
We
I
can
need
do
a doctor
that.
first.
We can do that upon landing. Aura knows I can't really give them another transmit with the information until things are a little cooled off.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely. How far is Mandalore from our position?
Quite a bit. You're in the inner rim, but you are going to have to either pass through the or I'm sorry, you're not in the inner rim, you're in the expansion region. But either you're going to have to take a wide berth going around the core area, because you're not going to actually hit the core, but it is going to pass through like the inner rim there, which gets into more core like politics. Or you're going to take the long way, which is going to take some time. But and fuel, don't forget fuel.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going down to play cards, I can come with you. I've got a few tricks.
All right. Awesome.
Going to the Sawbones.
Okay. So Sawbone says that he could patch you up pretty well and get you at least working, but you're still going to have to take time to heal because you have holes in your body that are only like temporarily plugged.
Yep, that's why I'm here to see him. If I can get more help, but I understand I'll have to
Take it easy.
wait and heal up, or until I get something better.
Okay. He says he'll do it for a cred.
I transfer a cred to him.
1 cred down. 3 creds left. All right. So we are taking your healing action. Let me pull up my book as soon as I pull this image up.
Yeah, the only thing I can't account for is what quality of doctor he is.
Exactly. All right. Pull this down. Blow this up some. Ugh.
This is when we find out this is an elaborate organ harvester scam.
Don't even fucking say that.
Thank you, though.
Okay. Where's my book? There it is. And pull up the book. And let's go to our downtime actions. Excuse me. Okay. Crew quality -1 to see how available and effective the doctor is that you can hire. You already did this.
So now we're going to roll for our crew quality. And you are not taking a -1. In fact, because you paid, you will get a +1 to this. There it is. +1 bonus die. And... oh, I put it under... oh. Nate, you rolled already?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to have to do this the hard way.
Sorry.
Why did that not pull up that way? Where is... let me try this one more time here and see if it's just an issue. 1 bonus die, submit. Nope. Whole bunch of badness. Okay, got it. So, we are just
This is where the audience at home learns that it's not just the players who are completely inept.
Anybody watching?
It has been so long since I've actually had to roll. Okay. Roll 46. Hey. All right. Critical. Okay, so apparently he just had the correct stuff, and whenever you recover in downtime, character all level 1 harm, okay, and advance your healing clock. Well, no, you're good. Apparently that 1 cred was just enough of what he needed, and you had that. You are healed up. So, if you have
I got level 3 and level 2 harm.
yeah, now you don't. He just criticaled on that.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, it was 3 consecutive 6s.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it good.
Yeah, he used, instead of liquid swords, he used liquid force.
Because technically, a critical will give you 5 segments. But
Jesus Christ.
yeah, I'm just gonna call it
multiple
that.
consecutives, just
yeah. He had
That'll
exploding
never happen
6s.
again.
There we go. So now that that's done, let me reset up my desktop here. Okay, so you are on Laurent's, and zoom. Okay, so just to give you an idea, if you were to go to the nearest trade route, which is a short jump, and then take the jump, you would pass right up to Coruscant. And then you would have to do another small jump and then make your way north. Mandalore space goes up, so it would take another trade route to get up there. However, you do have dark hyperspace lane maps.
Yeah, I do. Yep, I do have that map.
Yeah, so you do have an option to get around that. There are a couple of unknown ones there. Anyway, so that was one of your downtime actions. What is Vruka doing for the rest of the downtime actions? I'm assuming de-stressing. Yeah.
Yes, she is drinking.
All right. So, indulging in a vice. So you're gonna indulge your vice, and let's find out what you get from that. Okay, so you removed 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you only have 2 stress left.
Well, it's a hell of a lot better than what I was at.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Ryzen, you went ahead and you de-stressed, so you now have 1 stress left.
I'm
And
also
then-
going to indulge a vice.
Okay. What are you doing? Are you're indulging your vice, which means that you're going to be spending money.
Yeah, I have a better idea. What if I just don't? Don't spend money and instead going to swindle some fuckers out of their stuff.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll allow that. Go ahead and indulge your vice, but you're going does it hold on, let me I'm gonna go ahead and roll it on Ryzen here just for okay. Taking -1 to dice because you were trying to do multiple things with this.
Yeah. Because I had to -1 the dice, it just doesn't give me
okay.
one.
Okay, so it's going to be one number lower than what you roll. That's what we'll do.
All right. Cool.
So you get
2.
2 stress. Finding people who have rare and exotic items and clothing is not very well known on this area, so it's a little difficult to find something there. You may indulge in your
I
vice.
copped myself a new fine coat.
Oh, yes. Okay, so Ryzen, what are you doing for your other downtime action? Do you need me to read them back off to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
You have acquire asset, craft, indulge vice, lay low, long-term project,
Boo.
recover,
Is
repair,
it boo boo?
or train.
What can I train in?
All right. When you spend time training, mark 1 XP on your XP track for an attribute or playbook advancement. Take a moment to tell everyone what the specific training looks like or what you're doing to sharpen these specific skills. If you have the appropriate crew training upgrade, mark 1 XP or plus 1 XP, so 2 XP total, and see crew upgrades. So on this ship, there is no training facility.
No.
So you can choose one of your XP, and you can put it in player advancement, or you can bump it into one of your attributes.
So I can't mark it in one of my playbook advancements.
You can mark it in either your playbook advancement or your attributes.
All right. Well, if I got 2 more experience in my playbook advancement, so I could, and then I can get 1 more of my force powers.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put it in that one.
Okay. No.
Wait, Matt. Go.
Fat Fingers got it. All right. Anyway, so there's that. And Jarvus, what are you doing? You may attempt to indulge your vice again if you so choose to lower your stress.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm currently very. We're still pretty high strung out here.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we still got 3 cred.
You do still have 3 creds, so you can lose the drop on your indulgence if you want to spend cred.
Mm.
You can always get a bar installed on the ship.
You could. That will help
That'd be a sign
you
of
and I
luxury.
think Debo, but it will not assist Ryzen or Jarvus.
You know what? I can afford
Actually-
not to take.
Let me ask this. Do we want to restrict vices to you go out and just perform pure acts of hedonism, and you can indulge your vice that way instead of having to go specifically? It's just your particular vice actually enhances this. I'm asking the players this because it is a bit restrictive on some of it.
I just
me,
found
all I
it
gotta do
more
is just-
natural.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's enact that. Go ahead and drop one more. You can reduce your 3 stress off of your first one there, and because you had 7, so you should have 4 now. And
Yeah.
then if you want to indulge vice again, you can go out and perform acts of extreme hedonism and like thoroughly enjoy yourself at no additional cost to you.
Point where I feel comfortable with my current stress out. So instead, I think I'll take one of those other downtime actions.
Okay.
Specifically, I think I'm going to train.
Okay. And what are you training in?
I'm going to train in the resolve category specifically.
Okay. Perfect.
As I'm trying to understand a little bit more of my ability to suss people out and get a feeling on situations before they happen.
Right. Okay, so I am going to also state this because it doesn't really say this specifically, and it gets a little wonky. If you wish to use playbook advancement, you may exchange that into one of your attributes, but you cannot exchange attributes for playbook advancement.
I got it.
Because playbook advancement covers everything, where attribute specific are doing desperate actions on there and so on and thus forth.
Yeah. I get that.
All right, so you train in your sway. So how are you going about your training? Because I'm going to ask Nate the same thing here after this.
I have to go run the Hobby Lobby because you're too busy with this shit.
So Jarvus is actually training a tune. And the way he's sort of doing that is just by watching people and trying to discern their emotions, what
So you're
their
people
next
watching.
Yeah, he is just people watching and sort of giving as critical an observation as he can.
Okay. That's fair enough. Ryzen, how are you training training up?
Sitting in a corner, meditating, and reaching out with the force to try to uncover new abilities.
Awesome. So as you're doing this, it seems like every time that you kind of like reach out and you're trying to touch things with the force, other than like your immediate area, you feel like this like weighted blanket just like laying over you, giving you only enough real push to like touch the area around you, but beyond that it feels like a huge weight is just laying on top of you.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you spend, you know, a few days. We are going to have to roll our upkeep.
Helen's not supposed to have the blanket. Helen's gonna give the blanket back. I
So
will.
All right.
since
I hear you,
this
man.
since this is Laron's, it's part of the mid rim here. Technically, it's just on the edge of the mid rim and the expansion region. I'm going to say that the system, it's only got a system rating of 1. Your crew is still currently at a 3, so divide that by 4, and that ends up being 1. So to do your upkeep, you have you can either spend 1 credit, or you can choose to skip this time and
Maybe.
at something. If something were to just happen, there is a chance that something bad goes wrong.
Hey, Mike, I have a quick question for you, dude. Sorry, I was kind of
Sure.
listening to my wife bitch and take care of my daughter at the same time. So, if I actually go to like outside, like a bigger area somewhere, can I like push more with this when I do my training?
Every time that you do go anywhere different to do this training, it still feels like a weighted blanket. Like you can do like a general touch out, maybe at most, even with your extreme focus, you can only get about a football field's like diameter
Gotcha, man. All right.
to feel it all out.
That
This
actually
weight is
explains
just
a lot. Okay, I was kind of wondering about that.
heavy. Yeah. So are we going to spin the cred and go ahead and upgrade the ship, or upkeep the ship, or are we going to skip it for this week?
I'll spend the creds to to upkeep it this week.
Alrighty. Down to 2 cred. But you have food, you have fuel. You made sure that Debo goes in and, changes some gaskets and such.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking pretty good. So
A lot of us are looking a lot less stressed out now.
Yeah. Yes. Everybody seems to have relaxed quite a bit after that. Although Jarvus still looks a little nervous. That may just
Can't
be
imagine
him.
why.
He
That
always
may
looks
just
like
be
that
him.
in my book.
All right. So
Do I find them on my ship? Because I do have crew quarters on there.
who?
Like, do I find any of like my crew? Like,
Oh yeah.
do I find Ryzen and Jarvus there?
I would assume so. I mean, Ryzen is in between in between going like out and like expanding out, and he's doing a meditating thing which looks really silly.
Oh.
He's just kind of sitting there
Doing that.
sleeping, maybe.
Weird thing they do.
Yeah.
Jarvis has spent a lot of his time just people watching. And when he's on the ship, he's just kind of like, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Hey,
So, I
Vruka,
mean,
how are you?
you do have communicators as well, so.
I'm feeling a lot better now. The doctor really knew what he was doing.
Well, we're not completely out in the backwaters, so wasn't the most unlikely thing in the world.
And just wasn't expecting you. Well, that. But should be ready to go.
I'm ready to head out when everyone else is. You mind if I just like ask you about something while he's doing his whole like staring at the wall thing?
Yeah. What? Yeah, we need to talk
I've
about him.
I've had no less than 15 opportunities to turn him over, and for some reason this little like thing on the back of my neck keeps telling me not to, and I keep listening to it.
So, Sounds like you got one of those what's it called?
Conscience?
Yeah, that's it.
That might be it, because I feel terrible about actively like bringing that guy to what is probably his execution.
Considering what we just went through with the previous guy, I'm not real keen on turning another one over. Yeah,
I'm not gonna
anyway.
lie, I'm not either. It might just be like the guilt weighing on me of like bringing countless other groups who did jobs with me to their deaths.
Oh, and we're just the lucky ones that happen to survive?
Apparently, because like every time I've had a job where like I get away scot-free, everyone else has died horrifically. Like the amount
Lovely.
of people I've seen shredded by droidicas is higher than 5.
Well, that's one hell of a track record.
No.
I am, by reputation, the luckiest person in every crew I'm in. So
Or the
I don't know what
unluckiest,
that
depending on
says.
who you talk to.
See, we cancel each other out. That has to be why this works. We're just two. You're an unstoppable force, and I'm an unmovable object, apparently.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
It really does. Get you into a lot of trouble too.
That it does. So what do we do about him? Just
I
keep it
can't.
under wraps for now?
I have too many genuine questions. Most of them are stupid. Like, are the Jedi actually sorcerers? Is like up there. Uh,
I don't know, but weird stuff always seems to happen around them. That's all I know. And they've
yeah.
got
I was really another thing.
that
He
weird
said like
laser sword thing.
He said Mandalore was like his home, and like
Yeah,
I've only
isn't
met 2
Mandalore destroyed?
Mandos. Yeah, I thought I've only met 2 Mandos ever, and it was never more than like 30 seconds of me trying not to like piss myself.
Wasn't Mandalore like destroyed?
I think they've got like I think they've got like settlement outpost or something. I don't actually know.
Well,
If you want more information, you can always make a study roll.
yeah, I'll make a study roll. Controlled position, standard, right?
Correct. Okay. Yeah, the Mandalorian Wars. Didn't the Jedi destroy the Mandalorians?
Yeah, that's the way I understood it. I thought the Jedi wiped them all out.
Well, I mean, obviously not, because like in the Outer Rim, you come across a few of them occasionally. Every time, it's absolutely terrifying because they're usually guarding the guy with the biggest paycheck.
Yeah. Jarvus probably would have had at least a known story about Jango Fett, which is apparently a Mandalorian.
Yeah, like there's this guy Django. Sorry to lose me, but
Django? You knew
I
the
didn't know the
Django?
guy. I didn't know the guy. I was in the same room as the guy, and somebody looked at me and said, "That's Django Fett. That's the guy who shot 3 people before they could pull their blasters."
Like you never had any like direct dealings with him?
No, I was in the room with him, I think twice. Once when I was dealing with that hut, and then another time when I was just at a cantina.
So was he like real Mandalorian?
Uh, yeah, I mean,
He had
shiny
the armor.
armor. Shiny armor, mask, like teeth, like.
I'm going off of a 3 on a study. Give me a break.
I mean, I wasn't gonna shoot at him to find out if it'd stop a blaster bolt.
No, I wouldn't want to test that either.
I mean, by everything I saw, like he carried himself like he knew his business, seemed to be a personable guy.
Well, if he wants to get to this Mandalore planet, it's not going to be easy, but I might know some ways that we can get around the more heavily patrolled areas. Or we could go the long way around.
Yeah, just I'd prefer to stay anywhere clear of like anything near Nava. Or like most of Hut space generally. Now Hutta specifically would be a really bad place to go for all of us right now.
Well, if we went the Mike, if we went the long way around, would we go through any of that hut space?
You'd get pretty close. You could go pretty close, unless you're using your dark hyperspace maps. There's a couple of cut throughs that would lead you more into the expansion rim, and then take you up through the slice near Kashyyyk, and then you could just basically follow around to a point where you could get into Mandalore fairly easily. But if you take the long way around, sticking to mid and outer rims, yeah, you're gonna be coming real close to hut space. Not now Hutta specifically, but hut space.
Is Dantooine on the way on those long trips?
No, Dantooine is further into the outer rim.
What about the other two places?
Ilum
Other two places?
is definitely out, since that's an unknown region. And let's see here. And then no, you'd have to go into the inner rim for the last place.
Gotcha.
Well, look, I know some ways that we can cut through in the interim that no one will know about. Or because going around the long way, there's a good chance that we might run into hut space. We'd be really close. We won't run into like Nal Hutta or anything, but we'll be really close to hut space, and I'd rather not chance that, considering the possible heat that we've got on us right now.
I think we're in agreement on that.
Hey, Mike, how far is that Jedi Star Cruiser graveyard from here?
Like 2 jumps back.
I'm not liking this line of questioning.
Well, when I come, how long till I come to for my training, Mike?
I mean, this is before you guys are planning on leaving, so I mean, you would be probably coming back after attempting to meditate, further out in the city, trying to see how far you can actually reach.
Okay.
So yeah, you could be coming up the gangway right now.
All right. So you guys start seeing me starting to stir in the corner, like I'm coming out of my trance.
Oh, look, he's waking up.
So then I said to the guy, listen, it's not my problem.
So what do you say after that?
I mean, he didn't really pay me much mind, just kind of like shrugged it off.
What
It
a
didn't
little
seem
bit.
like, not, I wouldn't say it was that. I think it was more just like he didn't have time to waste on like a really punk upstart. Like this was when I was like just on the shit list and had to like integrate myself with the world of organized crime.
Oh, look, he's awake. Hey, what was that all about? You all right?
I'm fine. Just meditating, trying to learn a new skill.
By
I'm close.
closing
I'm
your
very
eyes?
close to a breakthrough. Pretty much learning a new force power, I guess you could say.
Okay, so
Okay, that's
while we have secure conversation betwixt just us, this has been eating at me ever since I learned, and I need to know.
Ask
Do
away.
the Jedi do magic?
Because every time that you people are around, weird stuff happens.
Yeah, like engines start exploding or like weapons malfunction and like I feel it. Like I feel it every time. Like I feel the thing happen and that's really weird.
I don't
pretty much,
feel it. But
we're not really magic users, and a lot of people call us sorcerers, and pretty much we deal with a lot of bad juju. There's two sides to the force: the light side, and then you got the dark side. Each side is different. The dark side focuses more on evil. Light side focuses more on good. Although you can walk the line between dark and light, and they call those Jedi Greys. They balance between both sides, keep themselves completely even. It's not really magic. The Force is within all living things. It's just a matter of manipulating the energy within that area, and as you say, that's where the magic happens.
right, so it is kind
So
of
it is-
magic.
it's really hard to explain. Oh, if you want to call it magic, just go ahead and call it magic. But anyways, yes, I am a Jedi. No, the Jedi aren't evil. They were not backstabbers or betrayers. I don't know what the hell's going on, but excuse me. There's so-called empires framing the Jedi and trying to take control. That's all I know.
Oh no.
But
A group
apparently,
that suddenly transitioned from being a republic to an empire is somehow reaching for more power, shock, and awe.
yeah.
What's next
So,
on your shocking lecture? Sky is blue?
Well, depending
no,
on the planet, that's a little different, but
well, I'll tell you that's the main reason I'm trying to get the Mandalore. I got to get my Mandalorian armor. So,
Yeah,
Wait.
about that.
don't the Jedi and the Mandalorians like hate each other with like a death grudge?
Yeah, weren't they like
in the old
like a
Republic,
serious
yes,
war with each other?
in the old Republic, there's a big war between the Mandalorians and the Jedi, but that is passed a little bit. There's some that still hold grudges towards the Jedi. Me, I happen to be a Mandalorian noble. The Duchess is my aunt.
And oh well, wait. So you're a prince?
A branch family, I guess you could say. My family is a bunch of farmers.
Yeah, man, imagine being
nobility.
royalty.
We're nobility,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
but my family pretty much owns the farms where we get all food and shit from.
Okay,
So when I
yeah.
was a kid, when I accidentally moved my family's speeder when I was they decided to send me to the Jedi Order for training.
I can barely hear him.
Yeah, we lost your audio feed.
Oh shit.
Nate,
Can you guys hear me now?
no,
Barely.
I don't know what changed. Try disconnecting and reconnecting.
I did that. You guys.
Oh,
how
there
about
you
now?
Yep, now we can hear you.
Yep.
All right. I don't know what happened. Man, what'd you guys last hear?
Moved the speeder.
Yeah, apparently when I moved the speeder with when I was a kid, I was on a little temper tantrum, and I pretty much made the speeder float in the air and pretty much threw it with. So after that, they sent me to the Jedi Order, and that's when I began my training.
Exposition dump.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
But I have I can get a few creds and get my armor and some supplies for us if I can just make it home.
Well, we're stocked up right now, but the thing is, to get to where you need to go, we're gonna have to go through some other routes that most people don't know about. Now, I say most people. The ones that do know it are the people that you don't want to be messing around with, and you definitely don't want to tangle with them. So,
yeah, good-natured individuals like us.
yeah, exactly. So,
All right,
the
but
long
yeah,
way, we could go the long way, but that would take way too long, and we'd be traveling way too close to hut space. And with the heat that we've gotten from our last job, I don't really want to take that chance and get on the and possibly get kidnapped. So, I think taking
gotcha.
the
I don't blame you there, but
lesser known routes would be our best bet.
I
Um,
also need to. The other location I was trying to get to is one of the kyber crystal caves, so I can grab me a new kyber crystal and maybe another lightsaber. Because there's a war coming and a lot of stuff ahead of us.
Okay, neither one of you would have any idea what the hell a kyber crystal is.
I don't know what you just said or what any of that is individually or together, but we'll deal with that later.
oh, the lightsaber part. Those are the laser swords.
Yeah, lightsabers are powered by kyber crystals.
If you say so, bud.
Thought they'd
That's how
use
you get
them
the different colors. Mine's blue.
like a power cell. I figured they used that, but whatever. I'm not the Jedi.
Yep, they're just way too weird.
Yeah, the
Yes.
lightsaber does have a power cell, but it also has the crystal, which focuses the blade and also does the coloring as well.
All right, well,
You know, Vruka, I think we're just two separately unlucky people.
I'm starting to think the same thing. All right, so if we are gonna get to this Mandalore, if it still exists, we're gonna have to leave soon.
I mean, I don't have any emotional attachments to this planet.
Well, neither do I.
Yeah, same here.
All right, wheels up.
All right, and I have a little bit in the piloting skills, so if you ever need a co-pilot or assistance, let me know.
Yeah, if I need you, I'll let you know.
When you were passed out, I'm the one who got us to where we needed to get to. Yeah,
I
And that's
mean,
much appreciated.
it's so hard to pull somebody out of hyperspace by pulling a lever. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
Shut
knowing
up,
me,
Mike.
I would have accidentally shot one of us in the attempt, so.
No, don't make me laugh. Oh man. All right.
Okay.
So moving on.
I start up my ship and I start plotting my course using the dark hyperspace routes.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like it's gonna take you about 6 days to get out there, and you're probably gonna have to refuel somewhere along that way.
All right, what's the is there like a system like halfway or what's a what's the closest system where I could get refueled using these dark hyperspace routes?
There's several. There's actually quite a few offshoot planets that that you could stop at that you happen to know have fuel and everything like that. But yeah, it's gonna be quite a trek because you're going to actually have to actively monitor your hyperspace. jumps.
Yeah.
Isn't the fuel coaxium? Isn't that what the fuel is, or is that an old fuel?
Depends on the ship.
Gotcha.
All right, I'll plot out the course, and we'll stop off at about the 3/4 mark to get refueled, just in case anything happens.
Okay.
I'll pick out a system and plot out, like, I don't know, whichever system is around like 3/4 to our destination, and make sure that it's a planet that it's like a one that's has a spaceport and has fuel, of course, and is off the like Empire radar, preferably.
I mean, most of these planets are still like in the area because you are going to be passing through the expansion and inner rim areas to get to Mandalore as clean a cut as you can. So, I mean, they're going to be known about, but they're you can choose pretty well a decent enough planet that doesn't really have a whole lot of presence as far as the Republic. It's not a major system or anything like that. So,
Okay, I'll go with that then.
all right, go
The
ahead.
small outpost that you stop at when you forgot to refuel on one of the more reputable lanes.
Go ahead and give me a helm roll with a risky and standard, please.
Can I assist them?
You may if you want to take a stress.
Ah,
Not
well,
assisting.
if you let me
Risky and
remove
standard.
that one stress,
It's
I'll-
one
I'll,
stress to assist.
one stress, go ahead, fine. I'll take the one stress if he
Okay.
wants my assist.
Yeah, I'll take
If
his
you want.
assistance.
All right, I
Okay.
marked your stress on there. You get a bonus die now for him assisting
Awesome.
you.
Okay,
Risky?
that's
You're not rolling anything, Nate.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah, I'm
it's
rolling.
risky standard.
Okay.
Alrighty. So you're plotting along in this large swath of the slice, which you were already kind of in, and there's like this major dead area, and you realize about halfway in to this major jump that you're making that you have a proximity warning coming up quickly.
Shit.
You easily pull out of hyperspace as you come in. There is like a small fleet of ships that are all they're all like hunter class. They're obviously not like large, but they seem to be well armed and cargo type ships attacking a much larger Corellian corvette kind of setup, a major cargo ship. And they seem to be mostly surrounding this ship here, trying to block its way of jumping. That
I get on the
Corellian.
comms.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm getting on the comms. So we got a bit of a situation up here.
Does it look like the Millennium Falcon?
No.
Oh, okay.
Looks like a bunch of pirates around this Corvette.
I don't think we're in a position, weapon-wise or skill-wise, to actually help them.
Ugh.
Now they'll more than likely see us and try to get the jump on us, unless we Well, maybe if we let them attack the ship, maybe we can get through, and maybe only one or two will spot us, if that.
You go, Brevin, and get dressed in his
Your
bedroom.
your communications array begins flashing, showing a incoming transmission.
Don't take that long to get dressed. He's taking 20 minutes.
I open it.
Putting his clothes on. Whoa. No, I'm not.
Do not try and move in on this. This is taken by Onaka clan.
Wait a minute. Do I know that voice?
Yeah. You've got Hondo Onaka, who has made a very well-known name for himself in the pirate world. And actually, Jarvus might have even heard of him himself.
Jarvus sort of like comes up to like the front of the ship. He's like, "Is that fucking Hondo Onaka?
You know this guy?
I've heard of him. Don't know him personally, but like you hear stories in cantinas."
Oh, look, we wouldn't dream of interrupting you and your business venture. We're just passing through. So if you let us go, we won't get involved.
As far as we know, an asteroid field accidentally destroyed them during their jump. All right, great talk.
Sure. Who wants to sway that one?
I will. I have
I'll
the
assist.
higher sway here. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Add a stress and take a bonus die.
All right, position risky, effect standard, 1 bonus die.
Yep.
433.
You're welcome.
Oh. So you wouldn't happen to be carrying any spice now, would you?
Spice on this ship? No.
Come on. What? No.
We're just a passenger vessel. We barely got a few people on here, let alone anything valuable.
Passengers, you say? What kind of passengers might you be moving on your ship?
Passengers that paid at least enough to keep their identities unknown.
Oh, well, I see. If they're willing to pay you for discretion, perhaps they could pay me for a bit of, protection.
So it's a shakedown, is it?
I wouldn't call it a shakedown, just safe passage. One ship breaks off and starts moving towards you. As you see one of the other two of the other ships begin moving in towards the Corellian corvette. Looks like boarding party.
I'm going to not speak into the communicator to Vruka. You think we can outrun these guys?
Yeah, I think we can.
Oh, we probably outrun them.
Alright, you two get ready on that. I'm about to buy us possibly about 10 more seconds.
Hey, Mike, would I know who he was based on what the Clone Wars and the Jedi?
No, you weren't a part of the Clone Wars.
I just think maybe because of stories. So
No, you've been on the Explorer Corps ever since you passed your passed into Padawan training.
okay.
Look, and I'm speaking to the pirate. Look, we don't have anything valuable here. And you're not going to waste your time trying to do anything with our ship. So I'm giving you one last chance. So just let us be on our way. And we won't intervene. We won't report. We won't say anything. We won't see anything. We'll just go on our separate ways.
Oh.
And that's the best deal that you're going to get.
A hut diplomatic envoy that needs to keep it on the quiet.
The Huts? Oh, goodness. They might pay a pretty penny if you're moving Hut things.
I cut the communicator off. Great, you just doomed us. I get the engine
Fucking
primed.
punch it. And if they have a gun I can get on, I'll get on that, because I can at least scrap through a turret.
There is no guns. There is only a grappling
We're a
hook.
smuggling ship. We've got grappling hooks.
I've got a really bad idea.
All right, I'm getting the hell out of there. Using a.
Reach out with the force and crush his hyperdrive engine.
Don't do anything. We don't bring any more attention to us. I'm pushing myself, and I'm going to be leaf on the wind.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
So, you're pushing yourself you're pushing yourself, expending an additional stress. So you're gaining both effect and the die. And then you also gain potency whenever you scramble or helm to avoid capture or run a blockade because of your ship. So you are going to roll a this is terrible. So you get your helm plus 1 die, and it is considered a it's beyond great. It's beyond great.
No,
Because
extreme
technically,
effects.
yeah, it's an extreme effect.
And
just-
how many bonus dice?
You gain one bonus die unless somebody is helping you or assisting you, or if you spend a gambit.
Oh, I have ace pilot as well.
Ace.
Oh, but that's
pilot.
a resist. That's a. Yeah, I have potency on all speed related rolls.
Yep,
Oh, but
that
that's
counts.
resist the consequences.
That's 2.
And I'll give him my
Oh, that's
helm.
yeah, that's to resist. Never mind.
I'll burn another stress, give him assistance.
Okay. 2 bonus die. It is risky and extreme.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so here's where we're at on this. So you activate the engines, and as you are making the small maneuver to get just out of the way so you can reset your course and take off for a light speed jump, he starts firing on you. You begin, navigating the storm easily, and as you do so, you set your course, you begin your point into hyperspace, and from there you feel your entire ship shake as you feel it get hit. Because we do not have shields.
Nope.
Or any additional shields. So, as he fires on you, you hit hyperspace, and your nav tells you that your course is off by a significant amount. You may choose to resist this roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist. I've got ace pilot.
But remember, you take 6 minus whatever your die roll is in stress. So if you get anything lower than a 4, you're going to take trauma.
And it takes a long time to get rid of trauma, right?
You can't get rid of
Trauma's
trauma.
permanent.
It is a permanent.
Fuck. So how do I roll that?
You'll click your prowess, and you will add a bonus die. So you take 1 stress.
Okay.
And tell me what happens since you are resisting this. Tell me how it changes.
Well, I'm going through hyperspace, and I realized through the nav computers that we're off course. So I pull a maneuver where I exit out of hyperspace quickly and recalibrate, and then get back into the hyperspace point again, just
Okay.
before they're able to, or just before they're able to get a lock on us to attack us again.
Okay. So because
What
your
kind of damage
shields
does what kind of damage does my
held
ship
up.
have?
I'm sorry, what?
I was just gonna ask what kind of damage does my ship have?
Well, your shields actually took it, but it set you off course.
Okay, well that's something at least.
Yes. So yes, you you take off, you fly a couple light years off the wrong course, drop out, reset, retype in your stuff into the navicomputer, and then hit light speed again and take off. So you at this point, you
Let's
guys
hope we
move
never
on.
run into that guy again.
At this point, if you guys are doing anything in the other 2 days that you're in flight before you hit your refuel point, let me know. Otherwise, you come into what looks to be a really swampy looking system. There is 3 planets and one moon among on one of the planets there. And
Do I
as
recognize the system?
you know, you are not familiar with the system. You also don't have
Okay.
star charts to relook this up. However, Vruka, because you have these hyperspace lanes, you know that one of these areas does have a spaceport. However, the air is very much not breathable on this planet.
I was just about to ask, is it breathable?
Yeah. There are sentient creatures here who have achieved space travel, but they basically exist primarily on this planet. They are not necessarily xenophobic, but they are very wary and distrusting of strangers.
I know this race.
It's the best planet that we can get that's lesser known amongst the Empire, so they'll won't have much of a presence. These people are very wary of outsiders. Don't think the atmosphere is breathable though, so have to get some
Spacesuit up.
masks.
Yeah, we need a atmosphere mask.
Yep.
I have
So-
one. How about you guys?
You all have spacesuits or whatever you want to call them, atmospheric masks, so on and thus forth.
Okay. Yeah, we've got masks.
What is the race that has to have an atmosphere mask at all times?
Are you talking about the Keldorians? The Keldorians
Yeah.
don't actually require it on their planet.
Internet's not working. Well, all of y'all are using it.
So,
Considering they're particularly wary of outsiders, I'm pretty sure my presence won't be great.
I'll step out of as I land. I'll step out of my ship with my mask.
okay, you didn't get any hailing calls or anything like that. You do see a small spaceport, and it's basically it's like a giant circle,
Hmm.
and just has like different landing pads around the circle, and it looks like they have a generalized pump that is pumping up the fuel from possibly within the planet.
Is there any chatter on the comms? Like anything from like any kind of control tower or anything?
Uh, no. It seems like they're not putting anything out right now.
We hail them and request a pad to land.
I'll try hailing them.
Okay. You hail out and you get a really, really bad staticky connection. Yeah.
We're looking for a pad to land on.
Anywhere you see a spot.
Thank you. I'll be right down. All right, I love start looking around, and I'm guessing this place isn't very populated or it has a whole lot of traffic, so there's probably a lot of open landing pads, right?
Oh yeah, there's nobody in this small spaceport here.
All right,
And
I'll just
the town connected to it looks fucking primitive.
all right,
Glad
I'll
to
just
know we've landed at the intergalactic equivalent of a small town in Arkansas.
Did you or did you not want to stay off the radar?
Yeah, we're
Um,
definitely in the backwoods galaxy.
Yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine with not being seen.
All right then. So I land on one of
Yep.
the landing pads and I step out with my mask on.
Okay. You
Is there anyone there to meet?
there is a droid, and it is cobbled together. It looks like it was once like a mining droid because of its stature. It's very, very heavy. It is like Mark II level. So you're in like Mark 6s and 7s at this point. This is a Mark II. It's
Wow, I haven't seen
bulky.
one of you guys in a long time.
It's got grease fittings on it still. And it kind of walks up and it just kind of looks at you as you see the lights across where its mouth would be light up, but hear no words.
Can I like study this thing?
Hold on a
Like, can
second.
I see if
I'm gonna have to put a pause real quick.
okay.
This is where we find out it's been a trap
Okay.
all along.
Okay. I'm sorry. What was said? I think Rick's here to pick up the turkey.
Oh, I just wanted to see if it would be possible to study this thing to see if there was like, I might seem like a futile effort, but I wanted to see if there's like anything I could do to maybe fix his vocalizer.
Yeah, that's going to take time.
Okay,
And
never mind then.
if this is going to make if you're going to do basically a fast in and out.
Yeah, that's all I need to do. So never mind. I'll just do my best to communicate with him. Need fuel? Then we go. Willing to sell or willing to buy or trade for fuel?
You see the lights move across again, and then it walks over to a gigantic looking. It looks rusted. It is like
a original steel-like tank that has a connection hose that has been welded to it, and it goes over and grabs the hose and then walks slow as hell over to your ship and connects it. And then he walks back over to the tank and pulls a manual lever down as you hear a chug as you see the hose like tighten as obviously fuel is running into your ship.
Okay. Is there like a sentient being there? Like someone that I need to like pay for this?
Not out on the landing pads, no. You do see what looks to be like an office up near the front, near the town that you guys saw.
All right, let's start making my way towards the office then.
Okay. As you move your way through, yeah, all of the tech, terribly, terribly primitive and ancient. As you get into the wood and mud office, it doesn't have a door, and you see a guy with a basic lamp with like a power pack attached to it and everything, and it produces enough glow that you can see him, the desk, and you see like a bunch of like parts laying around from different ships, and a lot of them are much more advanced than anything that's here. The creature, or the person looks up at you, and you see very visibly they look like a mix of a Trandoshan and like a frog person. They're about 1.8 meters tall, and gigantic eyes. Put your eyes to shame. And they look at you and go, "You the ship?"
That's right.
Oh, good. So, I'm guessing, 262 got you started up.
Yeah, he's got the pump going right now.
All right. It'll be a couple hours.
Couple hours?
Yeah.
All right.
If you go into
So-
town, there's a canteen down there. Ask for Ma. She's the owner. Tell her that you're getting fueled up. She'll give you a discount.
All right. Well, thanks.
He goes back to writing on a piece of paper.
Nice.
Are you not done?
All right, I start making my way over to the canteen. I get on the comms and like, hey guys, it's gonna be like at least a couple hours for the refuel to get done. I'm gonna be down at the canteen if you want to join. It's at this
Why not?
location.
Jarvis will put on one of his newly copped fine coats. And the atmospheric mask and go in town.
Okay.
Yep, grab my atmospheric mask, go to town.
Okay, so yeah, Jarvis already hates this planet because it is muddy and very dirty. It is a swamp.
Oh yeah, it's got a bunch of old technology, a bunch of mud, gunk. You'll love it, Jarvis.
Things I love more than this.
So you get down to what looks to be a small outdoor bar. There is a multitude of unquestionable looking liquids set behind it. There are tables, and they are still dirty.
Of course they are.
And there are still glasses and plates and such there. There is a small fire out the back, and literally this just has like a canopy over it.
I've been to places like that in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So I'll look for someone that looks like they worked there.
There is a older frog type person sitting behind the bar or standing behind the bar, and it looks like they have fallen asleep, just like leaning up on the bar.
I knock on the bar.
Ah! Oh, can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I'm new in town, obviously, as you can tell, and I'm just getting some fuel for my ship, and I've got some time to spare. Is Ma in by chance?
I'm Ma. I run this establishment. Can I get you anything?
Yeah, something that's stiff and easy to go down.
Well, which one? Stiff or easy to go down?
Let's make it stiff.
Sure thing. Would you go collect one of those glasses off of a table?
One of those glasses?
Yes, I don't have many.
Welcome to the backwoods country, Caleb.
All right, I grab one of the glasses and hand it to him. Or her. I'm not sure at this point.
She takes it, spits a green liquid into it, and then like dumps it out, and then takes a like browned white rag and like cleans it out with her hand. It looks cleanish. And then begins to pour a viscous red liquid into it. She only fills it up about a quarter of the way, since these are like full tumblers. But yeah, it fills it up like a quarter of the way and sets it down. And she tells you that, oh, we'll just add it to your refuel.
Cheers to that. I take a swig.
How?
I'm just like taking a.
You're gonna take off your atmospheric breather?
Well, I could take it off temporarily and take the drink and put it back on, couldn't I?
You can. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take off the breather, I'll just drink the whole thing and then put the mask back on.
You cannot drink that whole thing. You get it into your mouth and it sticks. There is something about it. It is spicy. It is thick. And it's almost like trying to innately swallow gum. It's that like
I can't.
That natural reaction where your body, you can do it, but it's gonna take a minute for you to like.
You know the sensation of like if you stick a fruit roll up to the roof of your mouth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I imagine it's like that, but spicy, and it just sticks. Like that's the visual for me.
That's not what I'm getting to.
So, yeah, you eventually get the mouthful that you got down, and there's still drink in that cup.
Now I understand why the glasses are left.
She looks at the other two of you. Anything for you?
Yeah, something easy to go down, please.
Will you go and collect that cup?
Sure. Grab the cup for her.
Okay. She again spits, cleans it out with that browned rag, and then she puts a clear liquid into yours. It does not seem to be as viscous as Vruka's.
Beat him up. Go beat up Daddy. Go beat him.
All right. All right. So when I get the cup back, I guess I'll take my mask off for a second, take a quick sip.
Okay. So what you get is, have you ever smelled like almost pure isopropyl alcohol?
Yes.
Well,
Oh, God.
you get that kind of sensation of you just put like straight alcohol into your mouth. She fills your cup up halfway though. Oh, we lost your sound again. You're really quiet.
Yeah, it does that from time to time. I don't know why it does that either.
I don't either. Disconnect, reconnect.
I did. My screensaver just went on, so I had to exit.
Oh, that may be part of it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There you go.
So yeah, I just like, I don't know, I like put my mask back on. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Even your rebreather is like, ugh, no. Because now your breath is trying to use the atmospheric canisters that you have, and
I take it back off. Gotta go. Exhale like, and then put it back on.
yeah, it's it's not a pleasant feeling. Vruka's mouth is also still like covered in capsaicin, so it is still spicy.
Mm-hmm. Probably gonna be feeling this for a while.
Looks to Jarvus. Anything for you?
Fortunately, due to religious practices, I can't drink.
Perhaps something
nice
to
fail.
eat?
Oh, I like to see this one.
I'm afraid I ate right before we landed.
Oh,
Maybe
That's a
in a
shame.
handful of hours. Here, let me. And he takes off his coat
mm-hmm.
and sort of says, "It's a practice where I'm from to give gifts on first introduction. I want you to have this."
Oh,
He knows he won't get that fine coat that he finessed back.
No, you don't. But, yes, you give her the fine coat, and she immediately puts it on, and it like swallows her frail frame. Oh,
Just
goodness.
repeating to himself, "Humble yourself, Jarvus."
So, yes. I guess you all sit and wait out your time, or are you guys going through the town or going back to your ship? What do you...
We probably walk around town, see what they got.
Probably not much, but it'll be smart to stick together.
So, the most interesting thing, other than all of the, like, massive housing,
is the fact that Nate, Nate,
Yeah. Yeah.
can you mute? There's a lot of
Yeah.
background. Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
the most interesting thing that you guys end up finding is you see one of these frog type people, and they are using a large rock that is completely black, and they are using it as like a blacksmithing anvil, as they seem to be crafting some form of like metallic weaponry. And it looks like this guy has gotten a fairly decent business going. And it looks like he is not only like their blacksmith kind of idea, but like he is the armorer of this planet. And all of the
Well-
weapons are very much like melee and aggressive steel.
So what's interesting about the rock? Is there? Can
It-
I?
It is
Go ahead.
a circular rock that is made of completely black stone. And for some reason, when he smashes his metallic-like hammer onto this heated metallic-like object, as he is folding this, we'll call it steel for now, as he is folding the steel over to make a thicker blade, it looks like, it doesn't, it's as if he's hitting like pure cast iron, just not breaking, not chipping, nothing.
It's a very unique rock. It doesn't seem like it's from this planet, considering everything else that's around here.
A couple of ideas just came to mind. This place is full of stuff that is generations old. What are the odds they have some parts that might work for our newly acquired droid with a little bit of elbow grease?
Well, now that you mention it, the office had like one guy in it that, and he had some parts that were in his office that seemed a lot more advanced than anything that was out here. But again, all this stuff is like generations old.
The blacksmith finally looks up at you and makes like a deep throat guttural croak.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. I think he wants us to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he said something about the rock.
Do any of you understand her or him?
No.
I'm gonna try Huddies. I don't understand you. Just throwing languages out there to see if anything gets reaction.
Okay then.
Let's politely.
Mike, can I try to translate this?
You're going to try and translate something with no study. Sure, we can do that.
Awesome.
And while he's trying to parse that together, I want to get. Can I stare at this rock very hard and try to touch out to it with the force?
You absolutely may if you want to make an attune roll.
Absolutely. Position control.
Control
Uh,
desperate.
It
It's controlled.
Yeah, it's controlled.
I really have stuff going on, so can
Okay,
you
fixed
please
standard.
get off? It frustrates me when you don't ask me, hey, is there stuff going on so that I can have a couple hours to do this? I have stuff going on, and you knew that.
There is no living feeling coming from the rock. However, the force does flow through it, as all things do. And Ryzen, you have parsed together what he just said, that he is trying to sell you the rock.
Come on. He's trying to sell you.
Yep, he's trying to sell you the rock.
Oh. Don't you need it?
From what Ryzen gets, no, it's just a formality. Maybe.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly take something that you obviously need so desperately. I'm just gonna do a study on his language, see if I can figure any of it out, because I'm hearing a lot of it.
Jarvus is just like,
holy shit!
Well,
I don't think he's trying to give us that rock, because I definitely made up that religious stuff earlier.
So, he continues to say, and he kind of looks around every time that he does so. So he's referencing. You're guessing something about
like...
his trying to possibly sell, maybe something, or asking you if you see anything. He's obviously trying to talk to you, but because he doesn't understand you or can't speak your language, he just keeps repeating kind of what he is saying, and then looking around at his wares and then back at you.
I think he wants us to buy something, see if there's anything we like.
You want a primitive sword or hook or sickle or shield?
No.
How about a horseshoe?
We have horses.
That's a good question. Horseshoe?
Well, it's the closest thing that you can really put to it. It looks flat and kind of pressed in. It's got holes similar to a horseshoe. It is like much thicker than a horseshoe, and it makes a full circle instead of a like U.
I see. Okay. I just politely apologize and say to the best of my intentions that we're not interested, and just start walking away.
Okay. And he kind of has a slight twinge to his lips, which already go too far back, but there seems to be a smile there.
I know, but this is
Okay.
We're gonna politely leave.
Yeah. Okay, so how much time has gone by now, or is it still refueling?
It's been about a half hour to an hour. You're somewhere in between there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to steal that rock. I know I shouldn't do it, but I do kind of want to.
It does seem like a very unique rock. But we're also trying to lay low at the same time.
Yeah, that's part of it. Also, it would feel incredibly cheap. Like, stealing from an outposted backwater is kind of like stealing from children. It's easy and there's no honor in doing it.
Yeah. Let's just leave it.
Okay. So you guys, what are you guys doing for the rest of the time here?
I think I'm gonna go back to my ship and just do some maintenance on it while I'm waiting.
Okay.
Seems as good a time as ever as to, retreat to the ship and just, hang out, not directly acknowledge any of your recent actions.
Okay. I'm assuming Ryzen's following because, he's got a lot of background noise right now since things are going on, so.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm following. I'm coming with you guys.
Okay. So, you guys go back to the ship, and it looks like the pump is still going on. It's still chugging along. The droid is just standing there, and it almost looked like he's powered off. He's just kind of like hunched over and standing completely still as you guys return back.
Okay. Is the hose still attached?
Yep. Still chugging along, pumping fuel.
I tap on the robot. Is it still active?
When you tap on it, yes, it perks up. And you see the lights on the mouth move, but no sound.
Of course, I just do a thumbs up, like, and just like a nod, like, everything good?
He kind of motions at the pump and motions to your ship where it's plugged, the hose is plugged into, and you see the mouth moving, but nothing's coming out.
Of course.
I'm putting the pool up in the sky.
And then after a few moments, it'll just continue to stare at you, and if you don't speak to it, it will shut down again.
Do you mind if I'll try to say this to him in the best way that I can for him to understand it. Do you mind if I look into your system, see if I can fix your voice?
You see the mouth moving and then points to the office.
Okay, guess not.
Give me a quick study roll, though.
Now, come here.
Controlled standard.
Okay.
This droid doesn't have a restraining bolt. It literally
I was
has.
just thinking that.
Yeah, it has no coverage whatsoever.
Come here.
Nate,
So,
Yes,
Come here.
please mute.
I can show you something.
I'm trying.
I'm
There we go. Thank you. Okay, so what were you saying, Caleb?
okay, so no restraining bolt.
Nope.
So that means either they can't fix it or they removed it.
It doesn't appear that it's ever had a restraining bolt, at least from what you can tell.
So they probably just never built a vocalizer into this thing or some sort of voice box for this robot. They probably just put the
Possible.
mechanics to make the mouth glow and move, but no actual voice. At least that's my peripheral study on it. Although I
That's
could be wrong.
Definitely
It's
possible.
a study of 4.
Okay, so what's
Alright, I'll just let him be and just get back into my ship.
okay. As you all enter the ship, you do hear a weird hum as the
as you hear the hum of like the pumping of the fuel into your ship, which is not something that you're accustomed to at all, because
So it's
5 to
getting me
10
up.
minutes on any normal space station, you're in and out and you're done.
Yeah.
But there is a like radiating hum from everywhere on your ship.
This doesn't seem right. Or at least it very well could be, but it just doesn't seem right to me. Can I do a study roll to see if there's anything out of the ordinary with my ship?
No, you don't need to roll for it. There's something going on, but your ship is powered down. And
Jarvis
this
is going to
intent hum is still there.
slow exhale and feel this one out.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look around my ship for the source of this hum.
Everywhere. It's coming from the walls, it's coming from the floor, it's coming from the ceiling.
Position controlled.
Yes, controlled. And standard. You feel like light tendrils of the force around your area. You feel it like almost encasing you, but it's so very, very light because it is not technically living, but there is something that is very much around you.
And we get a tune roll to see where it's coming from.
Yeah.
I can give it another one.
Are you gonna let Ryzen do it, or are you doing it as well?
I'm going to speak up and say that something's here and probably do it separately.
Okay.
Mom, what was trying to get I toy?
6.
Okay. It's coming up from below the ship and kind of encompassing the ship. Ryzen, you feel like there is a presence of the ship. It is a living, feeling thing. This ship is somehow imbued with force.
Interesting.
Jarvis is going to step outside and investigate that hum.
You see the tendril, or you feel the tendrils of the ship extend, or the tendrils of the force extending all around your ship on this pad. But once you step off, or once you look past the pad, the tendrils aren't there.
Jarvis is going to look towards the fuel pump.
The pump doesn't have it.
And then follow like the hose.
You follow the hose, and once it crosses over, you see the those tendrils around the hose, but not from the hose.
What the hell is going on with this ship? It's powered down, but it's still humming.
There's something here.
What do you mean by something?
I don't know. It's tendrils. It reaches out,
I don't
but
see.
it's not beneath the pad.
I don't see anything.
At this
Wait a minute.
point, yeah. Did you figure out what you should do?
Well, I need to study the bottom of my ship. It seems, but
It's something specific for you.
oh fuck yeah, I need to go into infrared.
Infrared. There is warmth coming from underneath the pad.
And I have to spend a stress for that.
And I'll go ahead and let you kind of cycle through as you notice magnetic force off of your stress there. As you kind of cycle through all the different
All the
spectrums. Yeah, there is magnetic force that is pulling your ship down, essentially holding it on this. And it seems like whatever
What the hell?
the power, whatever the magnetic force is getting pulled from, is like micro shaking your ship as it like struggles to hold itself up on the struts. And so it's making that weird like light humming noise on top of it.
Going underneath the pad.
Well, you can't exactly get underneath the pad as it's kind of like a flat surface onto the ground.
So then this... Sorry, I'm not getting it. It's something I'm not understanding. So this thing is basically just straining to hold my ship up?
Hold your ship down. So you've got your ground and then like a small lip for the like concrete like pad that you landed on. And from underneath that pad, there is some form of magnetic force that is obviously active and heated. You see electrical currents going to it and heat coming from it, and it kind of is like holding your ship down with that magnetic force. And because of the magnetic force constant pressure, you get like micro movements on your ship, and so it sounds like a constant hum as it's holding it there.
Can I trace the source of this with my vision?
Yes, you absolutely can. There is a small, it looks like a small like repair shack next to the office that you can follow the electrical lines straight to, and that box lights up with power.
Okay. How is this thing getting power? I thought this place was like basically backwater.
It is.
So how the hell is this thing getting power?
Well, whatever's in that shed is feeding it power. You can tell that.
Does this shed have a door?
It does. It is locked with a very rudimentary lock, though.
Can I do rig to possibly get through the lock?
Absolutely.
Risky?
Risky, but your effect is going to be great because it is such a crap lock.
Okay.
Just had a realization of what we might just be about to do.
So you fiddle with it, and you eventually get the lock to unlock, as this is like very rudimentary. It's got like 3 prongs, and you had to stick your prongs in, and it's got little springs in it, and after a little bit of fiddling with it, you get it, and then you hear the snap of your tools there as
shit.
But it's unlocked.
Yeah, there goes my tool set.
It's all right. You can pick up another one at the next spaceport or Mandalore or somewhere. You're sure.
Yeah. All right. So what's in this shed?
There appears to be a box, and this box has a remote communicator attached to it. So obviously, it's got a communicator built into it.
Okay.
It is running power lines down, and it has 8 large, think -10 gauge wire.
Jesus.
Yeah, thick fuckers going down straight into the ground. And if you remember correctly, there are 8 pads around this area.
Yeah.
And the most disturbing thing is what seems to be powering it, which is a large I say large. It's small in comparison to what it's compared to. It's like a 2 foot by 2 foot Bacta tank that is currently housing like green liquid that bubbles constantly. And there is a like floating, pulsing, like nasty looking egg inside of it.
What kind of John Carpenter shit is this? I get on of this is a communicator that's there. Where is it connected? Like, can I tell where it's connected to?
It's built into like this box that seems to have like a manual override kind of thing.
Does it like communicate out to like other systems?
No. It looks like it's very localized and small, short range.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that they weren't like communicating with the Empire or something.
Yeah, no, it's very short range communications.
Okay. Well, I make sure that the communicator in the shed is off, and then I get onto mine.
Well,
guys,
it looks like it only receives, it does not transmit out.
Interesting. Guys, I think I found the source of the power. And I don't really know how to say this. It looks like a giant egg.
They do look like the kind of people that would hatch from eggs.
Yeah, but this one's in a Bacta tank. And it seems to be generating all the power for these pads.
So, what do we know for sure?
Can we tell if it's light side or dark side power, Mike?
If you want to go over there and tune it, you're welcome to.
I'll tune it.
Okay.
Absolutely. Poking things I don't understand.
Well, you gotta learn some shit. So let's do this.
Controlled standard.
Gotta love when it turns out all we're doing is staring at somebody's fucking like baby monitor. And they've just shoved that in the same room as like the power controls for the magnetic lock so people don't just steal fuel.
Okay. Ryzen. God. Okay, so Jarvus, this thing is not living, although it's pulsing. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You're not getting anything from it. In fact, right now you don't feel really force coming from anything. It's a little uncomfortable. Ryzen, however, Ryzen feels a life force coming from this egg. It does not show any form of direction. It seems to simply exist. It is very in tune with the force, though. And it begins pulsing slightly more rapid as you guys approach.
Oh, please tell me it's not going to hatch. I get closer to it, try to inspect it a little more.
Okay, you can get all the way up to it. It's pulsing at a steady.
Put my hand in the glass. Kind of.
You have to take off.
Surface thoughts.
You have to take off the lid if you're going to reach into the glass. Otherwise,
this,
oh, you put your
do I
hand
see
on
this
it.
magnetic force coming off from the egg?
No. Power, yes. Magnetic force, no. Okay,
If
so
I'm gonna take time to study this and make sure that if I shut off the power, it won't kill this thing.
I mean, you can take time while Nate's touching this to kind of get an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep a lookout because like the last thing we need is like some like doting parent of like a single child desperately waiting on their egg to hatch. And it turns out we've just broken into their nursery and are basically holding their kid hostage.
Okay. Okay, so
to put my hand in the glass, try to get any surface thoughts or anything.
Okay, yeah.
So.
You kind of reach out and you're not getting thoughts. You get feeling, and it feels excited. The beyond that, that's about all you can really feel from it. It doesn't seem to have a sentient base. It is simply there and doing whatever it's doing, existing, essentially.
Okay. Alrighty then.
So after a little bit of looking around, Vruka figures out that it doesn't seem to have the power going to it, more about the power coming from it.
Is this thing what's holding my ship?
Yeah, apparently so.
It would make sense. You're kind of in a place where you could steal fuel if you really wanted to. Just blast the droid and then skip.
Well, still, it would take a couple hours to refuel.
And you can pretend you're going to pay for a couple hours. I've been pretending to pay for a couple years.
So, you guys want to try to take this thing with us and see if we can't hatch it, or what do you want to do?
I don't think
No, I don't think we
should.
should. We should just leave it.
That very much appears to be like possibly one of the children of these creatures, and
Or at the very least, an experiment that these guys have developed to provide power for their spaceport. And I don't want to be
either way,
responsible for taking a civilization from a Type 3 to a Type 1.
Just so you understand, you haven't seen power outside of that power pack in the spaceport. Everything else seems to be 100% primitive.
So, yeah, I'd rather not damage this world's chance of surviving anymore.
Yeah, let's just leave this thing alone. It's probably just a security measure to keep my ship in place. Hopefully it'll deactivate. If not, I'll have a word with the man in the office.
What if they're robbing something else of
Go ahead.
proceeding any further?
Okay. Nate, are you still up right next to it, touching the glass and everything?
Yes.
Okay. It begins double pumping. So
Am I getting a sort of Morse code from this thing?
no. No, it's just increased in its excitement.
Whatever this thing is, it's excited that we're here. I think it kind of wants to come with us.
I don't think we should do that, especially with not having information that would help sway this decision a little bit.
What is he proposing now?
I'm not getting anything bad from it.
Okay, good. That means it won't try to kill us or crush us. So let's just leave it alone.
Of course, if this thing ever does hatch, it could be a rare animal and a chance to have a very exotic guard dog, so to speak.
That is not the way to speak about creatures that are clearly sentient.
Well,
Who wants to roll me a
could be on our
fortune
side.
roll?
I'll
Who,
do
me?
it. I haven't rolled fortune yet.
You get
Number
one
of
die.
dice?
One die.
One die. All right. No notes?
No.
All right. 4.
Okay, so you guys start to hear like the creaking of metal coming back from your ship area.
Oh, what?
Can you put those 2 pizzas in?
Yes, I can do that.
I start running back to my ship.
Okay. You notice that it's starting to take a lean to one side, as it looks like the strut is struggling to hold it up now.
Oh, god damn it! This thing is crushing my ship.
Yeah, this
All
thing
right.
wants out. Apparently, it's being held hostage. It wants out. It's giving you a sign saying, "Get me the fuck out of here."
Which pad am I supposed to turn off?
Or we just
Okay, hold on. I need to know placement real quick. Vruka, you ran back to the ship. Ryzen,
Yeah.
where are you?
I'm still by the thing.
Okay. Jarvus?
By the door to the shack hut thing.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, excuse me.
I followed the path. I followed the source of that power to that pad that's on that shack. So if we shut it off, we should be able to stop the process.
But you won't get a full filling if you do that.
How long
This
is
is over the
my
comm.
How long has my ship been refueling at this point?
About an hour and a half.
My ship won't last another half hour like this.
I whisper to the thing. I turn off the comm. I'm like, "Look, we'll get you out of here if you stop trying to destroy a ship."
All right, I am turning, like hitting levers and just like.
Okay.
If you could focus your power on filling up the ship faster, that's the quicker we can get you out of here. As I'm talking this thing.
Go ahead and roll me another fortune roll. However, no dice.
No dice. Who, me or him?
Him. Jarvis.
Two.
Okay. So, as you begin flipping levers, or pushing buttons, because they're giant red buttons, of course, the
you hear power start running to some of these as you're pressing buttons, just trying to figure out which one goes to where. The egg begins going as it has ramped up into a like constant pulse where it almost seems like it's sitting still, but you can see the like viscous bacta or whatever's in this jar with it is rippling like crazy.
My good guy just hatch already. As I say that.
What the hell is going on, guys?
And
I'm
the
trying
strut
to turn off your mark.
the strut breaks. Your ship is still standing. However, you see that the power strut that you have holding your ship up snaps and kind of instantly leans to the side, but does not hit ground. However, you start seeing shaking coming from the other two struts.
Break the damn thing! This thing's gonna destroy my ship!
All right, you want out? All right. I lift up the lid.
Okay, you're going to disassemble the lid.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a rig roll.
Fuck.
Just evolved so quickly.
Yeah, I'm trying to freaking stop freaking trying to destroy the ship.
This is gonna be one of the most awkward family reunions ever.
So risky, controlled, or what?
It is. Well, are you trying to get it out like immediately, just like as quick as you possibly can?
Without trying to hurt anything, pretty much. Not as quickly as I can. I'm going steady.
Okay, then it'll
Just
be
talking
risky
to it.
standard.
As I'm talking to it, try to be like, calm down a little bit.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a risky standard. Okay. You work with it and you wedge off the lid to this, and as you do so, you get splashed with this liquid that has been churning at this point. We are
I still
taking
have my armor on.
That's fine. Your armor takes it.
Okay.
So your vision is now clouded as you have now been like splashed all over with this green, like heavy oil kind of liquid, like crude oil liquid. As this thing is just vibrating like crazy. You can actually hear like a deep thrum of a vibration from it.
No, off. I am getting ready to leave. You need to be off.
Mom.
We can put this on pause. Because this will be a very interesting thing for Rick to come into, hopefully. As he just felt the strut break.
No, yeah, give me just a second, dude.
Yeah, you're fine.
Nah.
God damn it. How did it get here?
Oh, let me mark this on here. Broken landing strut. I'm pretty sure if you put 2 and 2 together, you could figure out what's going on, but,
Or this thing is keeping my ship, or crushing my ship.
This thing is a fucking battery. That's what I've put together. And truth be told, I don't think reaching in and grabbing it will be the best idea.
Yeah, I was just referring to break the panel.
Well, Jarvus is just pressing buttons at this point, powering on and shutting off things as he's going through. Because currently, nothing has actually shown up that it is no longer powered or powered. These are just giant red buttons.
You know,
I want to make my way back to that shed, to where that panel was, where I saw that it was lit up on the outside of that shed,
Okay.
because that's where that magnetic of energy or that field was coming from.
The electric energy was coming from that. The magnetic is coming from directly under your ship, under the pad.
And I can't get under the pad.
Not without digging.
Fuck. So it's probably not power related. It's that damn egg.
I love no prep. No prep games are best. I just let you guys run into your own problems. Oh, goodness. All right, so you're going to start running back towards the shed.
Yeah, because there's nothing I can do with my ship getting crushed at the moment.
Okay, so as you're running towards the shed, you are seeing power lines lighting up and shutting off. And you see yours kick off and then back on after like a moment, but it looks like the power still like runs to it, and it's slow moving. Like you see a break in it and you're like, "Oh, they shut the power off to it." And then here comes another line of power. As you watch it like slowly begin moving back through. As I said,
God.
ginormous cables.
Mm-hmm.
So you will get back to the shed and see Jarvus just slamming buttons hoping something shuts it off. And Nate has now pried off Ryzen's pried off the top of this lid and is now covered in this like translucent green liquid goo. And for right there, we're going to pause until we have a definite on whether we're going to continue or not.
Okay.
man, we are just the picture of competence.
Reminds you of the mage game, right? Dumpster fire after dumpster fire.
Well, this at least it's narratively appropriate. We're a group of plucky dipshits.
Oh, goodness. And I guess it's very, very fitting that Vruka has not or 8 stress right now.
Yeah. It is appropriate.
About to pull her hair out.
We're gonna get to Mandalorian space by the skin of our teeth.
Oh, God. I can't believe you guys let Nate lead you along. Oh, I need to go to Mandalore. Oh, goodness.
I mean, what were our options? Try to find a place where we can fucking pawn this assassin droid we've got?
I mean, that's an option, right?
Go back to where we currently have so much heat, landing there just isn't an option?
I mean, it's an option.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I will agree to that. Oh, goodness. All right.
Well,
I'm
I
going
was conscious throughout most of this.
Yes, you are conscious and fully healed.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him 5 more minutes. If not, we're going to call it here. Because, yeah. Just yeah. Oh. I must say though, this is a very enjoyable session.
I had a lot of fun.
I like the enjoyment of being able to sit there and go, okay, so this is happening and this is happening, and you know, let you guys mostly run the whole
session pretty much.
Yeah, you guys run the whole session. I just add in some stuff and then you go and poke things and bad things happen, you know.
So there's our descriptor for today's event.
Well, actually, I guess it's a little fitting because I've just been randomly naming these sessions, and today's session was Malicious Marauders. Because I literally have no idea what you guys are doing until you do it. So the fact that, you know, you guys are just going with it, it's amazing. Love it. Love it.
That's cool, guys. Let's not kidnap this child.
Hey, I don't even know what this egg thing was even doing here. I didn't know that him even taking it was even on the table.
Well, he's already made a bargain with it, so now it's super excited.
A bargain that he did not make us aware of.
No. The closest
By
thing is
any
Jarvus
means.
may have overheard him whispering to it. Oh.
I guess we can get started on XP in the meantime.
Yeah, we can go ahead and start on that. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Let me pull up
Don't
one
think I
other
made any
thing here.
desperate rolls.
No, I think No, there was no desperate rolls this turn or this round.
Got up to risky, but yeah.
Come on, where is it? Do. Payoff and upkeep. Nope. Entanglements. Nope. That. Nope. All right. There is experience. Experience is back up here then.
You know what? Next job, guys, let's just rob a casino.
It sounds a lot simpler compared to everything else we've dealt with lately.
Also, it's completely legal as long as we cheat.
As long as we cheat.
50 and 51. All right. Let's try
Listen,
that.
those creds are free, okay? They're free.
Hmm. Come on. Oh yeah, I've been doing so much Dungeon World. I've been trying to add things in here. Okay, so let's see. Nobody rolled desperate actions, so that's fine. You addressed a tough challenge with charm or audacity. I would say probably for Jarvus. With the whole Anaka.
Yeah. Sometimes you've got to be bold.
So yeah, that seems to be an XP as long as you agree, Caleb.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that.
Okay. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I mean, kind of.
Sentient creature is not pet.
And then you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. I don't think you really struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas directly, did you?
I didn't.
None of us overindulge. None of us got traumas.
Nope. So, it looks like you've got 2 XP to mark onto your sheet. And
On both of us, or just his?
On his. I'm going to
Okay.
yours right now since I've got you here. All right, so you addressed a tough challenge with speed or flair. Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So there's one. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I don't directly remember you
really.
doing so. Okay.
I don't think I did. Not really.
Okay. And you struggle with your vice or traumas during the session. Well,
Eh,
I'll give I would say I'd give that one for you going, let me get a drink, and then you now have spicy mouth.
and also the front landing shred of your ship is just snapped.
yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'll call that another. All right, and you guys get to decide this one since Nate is currently still busy and everything. You addressed a tough challenge with wisdom or the force.
Well,
Your
none
guys'
of our
thoughts?
decisions have been particularly wise.
No, but he did use the force, correct?
Yeah,
we made a fat man eat shit.
Okay.
And possibly made an enemy of the planet Ryloth.
It's very possible, yes. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Exposition dump.exe.
Yes. So we're going to give him that one as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you struggle with issues of from your vice or traumas during the session.
Not
I didn't
really.
think so.
Okay. So we are going to add 2 to his player advancement. I will tell him that he +1 special ability. And I will mark that on there. All right, guys. Well, as I always ask after every session, did you guys at least have fun?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this was a time.
Okay. Anything that you would like to see more of or less of?
Not that
And
I can.
not player not player interaction.
I mean, I'm enjoying quite a bit of player interaction whenever we are able to have it. Just little bits of like, oh, you know him? Yeah, only vaguely.
Okay. And then anything that you would like to see in the future for it?
Mm, can't really think of anything right now on the spot.
Yeah, anything that I want to do is going to have to wait until next downtime to launch. And is
Fair enough.
going to take a significant number of creds to get started.
Yeah, there is something that I want to get eventually for my ship, but the way things are going, it's gonna take a while. But that's the story of my character's life.
Yeah, currently the only thing the only long-term goal I have is overthrowing a democratically elected government.
I was just thinking of like a, seat warmer.
That or I mean well, they're not democratically elected, it's a monarchy, but I'm just saying who doesn't love a good old-fashioned slave revolt?
I would think the people that are the victims of the slave revolt, but hey, that's your business.
They can eat shit. I'm only related to some of them.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you all coming in, playing, and having some fun. I'm loving the interaction. I'm really hoping that Brick will be able to play in the next game, which will be in 2 weeks, because I am starting a second portion, or a second Scum and Villainy game, which I'll be running at the same time. So you're welcome to, jump in and listen on channels. Unseen Presence on YouTube, unseen underscore presence underscore GG at twitch.tv. Yeah, thank you all for coming along, and thanks